The first snapshot of Minecraft 1.11 is here. Hey everybody, it's Blake One Studios here, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be taking a look at Minecraft 1.11. The first snapshot is officially out, and we're going to be taking a look at all the new changes and this new update. Now, there's no new real features, as they're trying to save those for Minecon, so we'll get to see all the new features coming in 1.11 at Minecon in September, but there's still a couple of really cool changes that I'd like to discuss, so let's go ahead and get started here. Now, the first one is really quite cool, and that is there are new spawn eggs, and I have all of those in my inventory. I may have missed a few, but as you can see, you can now spawn individual mobs and using spawn eggs rather than having to use commands to get these animals or mobs spawned. So now you can go ahead and spawn in your skeleton horses, you can spawn in your strays, and they now all have their own spawn eggs, even with their skeletons, zombie villagers, and for husks, it was especially painful because you had to set the villager type and all that, and so now it's a lot easier now that we have mob eggs for those. Now the next change is really quite cool and has to involve the message that pops up when you try to sleep in a bed. Now normally it'll say you can only sleep at night in the chat. However, now it pops up where the jukebox song pops up on your screen. So rather than popping up in the chat, it now pops up on your screen right there, and it says you can only sleep at night. And just show you guys that it is the same spot, just go and play a music disc. You can see it's right there. And yeah, so that is really cool. Now next up on the list, let's just go ahead and throw that in there. We have some things involving commands. First change, something small, but this is no longer case sensitive, so you can mess this up all you want, and you can go ahead and use your command, which is really quite awesome. So now if you're a sloppy typer, doesn't matter. Now it's no longer case sensitive. Now also you may have noticed this little part right here, the variant equals birch part, and that is because the block types now work in commands, and we can just go ahead and change that. So if you want to, we go ahead and change that to spruce, and it'll work just like that. So that's something really quite cool, and this even works with other blocks types as well. So block state, for fence gate, we have it facing east here, as you guys can see the command, and it is open. Well, so that is really quite cool. Now next up we have to go grab this anvil over here, and we are going to go ahead and drop this anvil because there's a new change to this. And as you can see, the anvil now breaks when it falls, and there's also a nice little sound, so let's go ahead and do that again. And you'll hear it. You can hear that there's a sound. For some reason, sometimes when I'm testing it, it doesn't actually break. Not quite sure why. Probably it's just the height that I'm dropping it at, so as you guys can see, it went ahead and broke again. So let's go ahead and move on to the next changes involving 1.11. Now the next change involving this latest snapshot has to do with the saturation level. Now for those of you who don't know what saturation is, it's basically like a second hunger bar that determines when your hunger begins to deplete. So after you eat, your saturation then begins to deplete, and as soon as your saturation goes all the way out, then you'll start taking hunger. Now your saturation fills up when you eat. For example, we have a golden carrot here, which gives you the most saturation level. However, your saturation will be deplete when you are running around, fighting mobs, or jumping around, and a bunch of other tasks will deplete your saturation. As you can see here, we have a little visual representation here of your saturation. So after you eat, then it starts to deplete, and then as soon as it fully depletes, or something like that, you then start getting hungry. Now the actual change involving the saturation levels happens to be that they've messed around with the numbers a bit, so hopefully you'll be eating a little bit less in Minecraft 1.11, although I haven't actually tested this out. They have noted that they've made some changes to the saturation levels. Now the next change involving 1.11 is, well, there's a new type of item elevator. Now you guys know in Minecraft 1.9, item elevators stopped working because they fixed a bug. Well, now your item elevators will start working. So let's just go ahead and grab 20 wool here, and we'll go ahead and quickly toss it on into that chest. As you guys can see, as the dropper dispenses out the items here, you can see all of the items start making their way up to the top and the glass, so it's a nice cheap item elevator and it works well. So we're just gonna sit here and wait for a second while these items work their way up to the top of the item elevator. And as you can see, they're getting stuck in the blocks, so they're going upwards all the way up to the top here. And as soon as this is done, you should see that all of our items are at the top of the item elevator. And there it goes. So it's empty. Let's go ahead and there we have it. And we have 20 wool in our inventory, so that works well. There you guys have it. A new type of item elevator. All you really need is just a dropper, and you can just toss your items all the way up to the top. Now, another really cool change in the latest snapshot involves creepers and potions. Now, here we have a nice ordinary little creeper, and here we have a splash potion of strength. Let's go ahead and give him that splash potion. So as you guys can see, the creeper now has the splash potion effect. Now, let's go ahead and have this creeper blow up. And as you can see, the splash potion is now put onto the ground in the form of a lingering potion. As you guys can see right there, I now have the effect of strength that the creeper had, which is a really cool change. Can't wait to use that. Now, one notable bug fix in this update is involving minecarts and boats. So as you can see, when we hop in a minecart, our hunger bar now pops up, as in the previous versions the hunger bar would disappear, and the same thing happens in a boat. So let's go ahead and hop on to the boat, and as you can see, our hunger bar is there. Pretty nice little change. Kind of glad that was added. Alright guys, so that is all that is really included in this latest snapshot. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys would like to see more Minecraft snapshot update videos, then make sure you leave a like on the video. But that is going to do it for this video. All that really else I'm missing is a couple of bug fixes and some technical stuff, but you guys can check those out for yourselves. I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys.